And I don't think the poster wanted us to be able to pronounce it.
No. Oh, Jesus Christ, Kenton. Medulla oblongata.
What is that?
My boy. Did you just pronounce medulla oblongata?
No, I took anatomy, but I did.
All right. Holy shit. We are back at this again. It has been, y'all won't know this. It has been about 2 months since the last time we recorded together because, as y'all would notice, we are in a whole different space. We told y'all we moved out of the old place. We are now settled into all of our respective new places. Me and the Fluffster, we live here. Kent lives off somewhere shacking up.
With his wife.
With the wifey.
Doing that hussy.
She's the homewrecker. Yeah.
Split this up. I'll never forgive her.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, we're in a new space. It's been a few weeks coming. We were gonna start recording last week, and then that kind of fell through because someone had to get sick. But yeah, we're back at it now. It took some doing. It took some being okay with shit because otherwise I was going to try to be a perfectionist about something that didn't need to be perfect. And yeah, we're back at it. So episode 38, y'all will probably not notice a big difference because Rueben has not been very timely with the episode uploads. I'm working on it. We're getting there. But yeah, we're back at it again after moving. Mm-hmm. So that's where we've been. That's why everything is so new. And I expected this segment to be a little bit longer, but it's not. So we're going to jump right into this shit. starting with some DoorDash stuff.
Yeah. So, DoorDash is fun and can be creepy. I have not ordered from DoorDash, but as a dasher, I go to a whole bunch of different people's, doorsteps and everything. I just got a email from them basically summarizing my dashes up until this point. And I've visited maybe it was 900 deliveries, which is, quite a few different doorsteps. And the one thing that, you don't think of, or at least I haven't really thought of, is the fact that you're given these people's addresses. And as a dasher, you put that into your GPS and everything to get you there. But after you say that the order's delivered, obviously that address goes away and then you can't access that address again. But you could save it somewhere and then go back to that address whenever you wanted, technically. So this person, that happened to them. So they ordered from DoorDash and their dasher pretty much is being creeper mode. And
it's going to be real unfortunate to point this out, but the poster is a woman and their dasher was a man. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to assume their dasher was a man. I technically don't know that their dasher was a man, but given where this is about to go, I'm going to assume their dasher was a man.
Statistically
speaking.
Yeah.
It is highly probable.
I can't read this for shit, but I can summarize it because I got to the end.
So I might be able to decipher it.
Thought we shared a moment last night, but I don't like to mix business with pleasure, especially late on a Friday night when a customer may have had a bit too much to drink. That could go stupid sideways fast. You commented late last night how fast I came with your order last night. We both giggled and smiled, and I bit my tongue as I wanted to say I don't typically come that fast.
Terrible.
I like to what? I like to wet your what? I like to whet your appetite and then take my time to ensure your maximum satisfaction. If you didn't want to get to know, if you, I can't read this.
You're doing pretty good. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good.
I should have it up on screen, but if you're not watching, which, as I say every time, you should be, because we have video everywhere we post this.
YouTube
and Spotify, even if you're listening there.
Too, yes.
There we go.
Oh, there is it.
Where do we end off? This is a handwritten card that was slipped into someone's door by their DoorDasher.
Yep. The Dasher delivered the food. They had this interaction that he's talking about here before he left. But, like, yeah, he must have come back to the address the next day, slipped that in, and yeah. This is
I
what we're
don't
reading right
forward
now.
typically come that fast.
It's just...
If you did want to get to know each other on a more personal basis, hit me up and please let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. Bro, you did what you needed to do the other day, and you looked way too much into it, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fault him for wanting to see if there was more there. But a whole card and letter is absolutely like, dude, slip her your number or some stupid shit, but let that be it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you got to act very quickly, and you have to not return to somebody else's address when they don't know you on a personal level.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get to know that person, you probably should have maybe asked for a number that night or something. I don't know, but like,
even if you were nervous about them being drunk, like it's a good boundary.
That
to
is
have.
a good boundary to have.
It's a good boundary to have. You could just be like, "Hey, I think you're really cute."
That was cute, and our interaction seemed like there could have been something there. Yeah, here's my number. If you want to call me, call me. If not, don't. Whatever, right?
see now what on a Dasher's side of things, they do still have access to message that person, maybe for like 30 minutes to an hour after you deliver.
I wouldn't
just
do the
in
message
case.
through that. I
wouldn't.
would not send that message through the official app.
Well,
but
you can send it to their. I've gotten messages and calls from DoorDash on my app.
Yeah.
no.
That's
yes,
what I'm talking about.
Yes, like
messaging app. I mean, like Messenger.
Oh, really?
Like to your number. Yeah.
Oh, either
What
way,
are you talking about?
No, his Dashers have actually, because they do have access to his number to some degree. I think there's like a proxy number though, isn't there?
Well, yeah. So the app itself has a chat area, right,
Yeah.
where you could chat through the app. But a lot of people opt to not have that, or
'Cause it's
they
stupid.
order from a company's website and then they have a DoorDasher deliver for them. Therefore, in those scenarios, they would have the customer put their number in like the description or something.
Right.
Or when you try to message the customer through the app, it says, "Oh no, you got to actually text them through
Right.
iMessage or whatever."
Or if I've
Android
ever
uses.
ordered groceries, they give you the number to call you if there's like an issue. So, but yeah, regardless of the method, it is possible to reach out via text. Personally, though, I feel like that is not a channel I would take advantage of.
That's my point. Like, that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Because using the information that you get as an employee doing a service for a customer to get access to somebody and like try to broach a more personal, deeper connection is uncomfortable. Not necessarily because like it's creepy because it like shows there is an unwritten contract between like you and your DoorDasher that this is just going to be business, that you're not going, that when you hand them that information, then you're not going to manipulate it or use it for any nefarious purposes, right? And even if even though this appears to be an out of place but innocent thing,
That is wildly uncomfortable for
Yes.
anyone who's not him. Like, and I get it. Like,
but the opportunity to broach that subject, if you wanted to, was right there.
was in that moment.
In that moment when it happened.
And this person's comment sums that up pretty well. Like, you would either have to screenshot the delivery address or make a mental note of where the person lived. As a hopeless romantic who sometimes door dashes, no interaction I could ever have would make me do this. If information wasn't exchanged upon the initial interaction, that's dust in the wind. Like, yeah, that's one where you kind of have to look at that and go, either we've already said it, but it's like you do your little banter thing and you go, well, if you want to know, like whatever the fuck you were saying, don't do the whet your appetite thing with anybody, even if there is flirting going on.
Don't go back to the address.
But just don't go back to the address. You do like your little flirting thing, but it's like, hey, if you want to see me again, here's my number, whatever the fuck. And y'all laugh and go about y'all night. But don't go back, because that just emphasizes the fact that you have their information in a way that they did not anticipate, nor did they consent to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a. I won't say it's a new fear unlocked, because I don't think I'm ever gonna have to worry about that. But if I was a woman, fear unlocked.
Well, it definitely makes me wonder how often interactions like this happen because of delivery services.
Oh, probably a lot. Probably a lot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, it's
But hey, that's a wacky DoorDash thing that
That whet your appetite line was so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The like, I don't usually come that quickly line was like, oh, haha. And then it was like, I like to whet your appetite.
you didn't even need to add that.
Once again, you saying shit that matches right up with the comment that I just scrolled past. I like to whet your appetite and then take my time to ensure your maximum satisfaction is diabolical, especially coming from a person you've had a maybe 10-second interaction with. Yeah, that's not a line you thought of in that moment, my guy. That's a line you came up with and thought it sounded good.
Meditated on that.
You meditated on that.
Premeditated pickup.
Premeditated.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen again. That's that type of shit that, like, if I didn't try to get your number that night, it's gonna be if fate wants us together, they'll have me DoorDash again, and you're sober and you hit on me. Like, that's just kind of, that's if we're meant to be together, you will be hitting on me, and that's that's what I tell myself every time.
No, look here. I'm going to tell you how to do it. You wait outside her house and you'll see what she does, where she goes, and then by chance you bump into her in public and you say, "Oh, it's you from the other day."
What are you volunteering at the puppy factory? That is my favorite thing to do.
What was this from? I feel like this is from something. Like, I've heard this before.
No, I was just doing like a creepy voice.
Just doing a creepy voice. I swear I have heard like this exact like bit.
This like
somewhere
this
before.
scenario I feel like is like
very classic.
It's probably
stalker.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
even with the voice, I feel like I've heard this somewhere before, but I can't remember. That's don't do that. This is not a Hallmark movie. This is not a Lifetime.
Nope.
This is not your start to a rom-com.
Something like this would happen in a Hallmark movie, and it would end with them together living happily.
Yeah, of course. Of course. It'll happen in any fucking rom-com. Yeah. In a movie.
Hallmark?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there was that
Stockholm
fucking...
Syndrome.
Probably.
What's the movie where the guy convinces the girl to cheat on her husband who was his best friend with the signs?
With science?
With signs. It's like...
Signs?
Yeah.
Is it a Hallmark thing?
It's a very classic scene where like she opens up a door and he's holding a sign that says like "Don't say anything," and then he drops it, and then it's like
I've seen that.
Yeah, you've probably seen at least part of the picture before of like the guy standing outside the door, but then like she like softly turns him down, but then chases after him and like kisses him.
And her husband was his best friend.
Yeah, her husband was his best friend who's still in there like watching a movie, just like chilling, waiting for his wife to come back. Like,
hey yo.
So our protagonists are villains, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's It's fucking weird. I think the movie's called This Is Love. Actually, let me check.
Is it love?
I don't think so, man.
You know, good for the husband, because it means he can get rid of that fucking whore and that dirtbag of a best friend.
So-called.
But yeah, don't do that. That's weird. I'm not gonna.
I don't think that's the movie.
Fair.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I was watching something on it. It was just, it's a very classic scene, but it's not okay.
It's not. That's not okay. That's not okay in a different kind of way that this is not okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
But they're both not okay. They're not okay at all. I'm not gonna be in the camp of say don't shoot your shot just because you're at work or some shit. Like shoot your shot, whatever, right? But do it in the moment. Like if you can't muster the courage to do it in the moment, then don't do it at all. You missed your chance.
Mm-hmm.
See, so
no, we can't.
I
don't really like that streaming service.
I would almost
actually it fell through. Anyways,
I would almost say don't. If you're like if your cashier isn't allowed to hit on you, are they?
I mean,
not in my experience.
They're not allowed to hit on you in your experience.
Look, all right.
That is a rule you can make for yourself. Like that is absolutely a thing you can say.
No, I was trying to make a joke that implying that I flirted with a cashier before.
Are you flirting with me right now? No, we can't take your business. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
We don't accept flirtatious customers.
Like it technically speaking, you're allowed to flirt with anyone. If like there ain't jack shit we can do to stop you.
Yeah,
well, not this guy.
It's
socially
definitely not as creepy as
it's a lot more acceptable for the person who's not trapped in the interaction.
Yeah, you can just close the door on them. And
yeah, like it's generally less accepted for you to be hitting on like your cashier or your bartender or your server or whatever the fuck, right? Because like that person, like their job is dependent on. It's a dynamic thing. It's a power dynamic. You as the customer, unfortunately, even though this should not be true, you as the customer hold more power over this person's job than they will ever have over your business, right? Mm-hmm. And that's generally like not accepted. People have come in and flirted with cashiers and gotten. The thing about that is, for as much as we can say it's not socially acceptable, it works. It has worked for people. Cashiers have one of my sister's kids, his dad was a customer at a place my sister worked at, and he walked in, flirted with her, and went about. Like, I think nothing is black and white enough to say that like, no, that's absolutely not okay. No, that absolutely doesn't work. You need to stop. Like, no, it works for people, and I'm not going to pretend like it doesn't.
Well, like flirting with a cashier isn't fundamentally unethical in like the way of like some of the other things we're talking about. It's just like generally not in good taste.
Not generally, yeah. Generally, it's just not in.
Sometimes you have a positive interaction with somebody. It's flirtatious. Sometimes
most of the problem generally comes in is that the person. It's very rare for someone to get the proper vibe of what's going on in that moment. Mm-hmm. Whereas like this person being nice to me is them not flirting.
Yeah.
Like if I have to over like majority of this year, doing the whole league thing. I had a lot of cash that I have to usually go deposit in a different bank that I don't bank with. So I have to go in, do the whole deal. Bank tellers are going to be incredible. Like, one of the first times I went into a bank to drop some stuff off, there was a female bank teller, super fucking cute, by the way, which fantastic for me, right? Like, who the conversationalist of a bank teller is so personable, so very quickly that it feels like flirting instantly. If you don't know that that's just how they're going to be, right? And even in that moment of talking to this incredibly attractive woman that I would at any other point would love to be flirting with and like get her number. Like I understand this woman is at work right now. She is a bank teller and I'm handing over, I think it was somewhere in the range of like $500 to $600 or some shit. Right. Mm-hmm. Like this person their point is to make you feel valued and coming back to like keep bringing your money to this bank.
You're literally giving them money.
You have to be able to really discern when someone is like, especially when they're like a worker is flirting with you or feeling you in any kind of way, or you have to really be a fucking 10 on the scale. But Like
everybody's always interested.
Yeah.
It keeps happening.
It just keeps happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to.
What the hell was that? The best part about that is not going to pick up on any single fucking microphone. It sounded like somebody having the.
Anywho, completely forgot what I was talking about. Something about don't be creepy to the people that are just trying to serve you and get through their fucking day. And definitely, if you have someone's address as a part of your job, don't use that to go
outside of your job.
Go outside of your job.
I'm of the opinion that this person should be fired.
Oh no, they definitely should. That's
sure.
that's a hilarious like abuse of trust.
Yeah,
I would probably trust. But
I think there's a more official word than,
because that's definitely not in the normal realm of things that any DoorDash customer would expect you to use their address for.
And I'm wondering if it's too late, if that is like the next day, if it's too late to report that dasher on.
So she said she ordered on Friday, went away on Saturday, and came home on Sunday.
Oh yeah, it's probably too late to try to report it.
Right, but she has his number. I think that's why it's so cut off right here, because she had to get in contact with him somehow. He was gonna have to leave his contact info somehow. But yeah, either way, don't do that. That's weird. Even if this dude had 100% innocent intentions, which I can believe he did. I'm not gonna assume this guy is a fucking monster or anything because of that. But that's still just a huge no and a fun Hallmark movie premise, but not a great real life. Yeah.
It's funny that we say it's a fun Hallmark movie.
It's not fun at all, but
it just has us. It makes me think about like the level of creepiness we accept if it's a Hallmark movie.
Because at least I know that everyone in that scenario is going to be going home later, right? If they're not, I know that shit. I can suspend my disbelief long enough and then pick it back up and know that none of those people are in a weird situation. That's why we can give that away. But it doesn't translate very well to real life. Mm-hmm. But anywho, we have an Instagram reel to watch that Kent made sure that we didn't watch ahead of time. So I have no idea what this is.
You will probably.
It's a testicle in a drawer.
All right. Wait. Fucking Instagram.
Excuse me.
Wait.
Is there no? Okay, fucking Rueben.
Chapter 18, verse 2. My Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge.
Like, I appreciate that if this is a serious product that they're trying.
I hope not.
But
oh God, no. Oh. Yeah. Oh, this is official.
Yeah. Like, I appreciate the attempt to try to reach the audience.
You thought
and
it was
create a product.
I thought someone was making like a fake. I didn't read the
Bible thing.
I figured this was like an item that someone got them, and they just thought to make a funny reel with it.
To be honest, it doesn't fucking matter.
Also,
does it have the entire Bible on it?
I think you can load scriptures onto it.
Oh, this is my single magnum condom for when I fuck my toilet paper roll.
Why is there a magnum condom?
This is my sex drawer where I keep a shoebox. Also, toilet paper.
Who's jacking it with Vaseline?
Who's jacking it with Vaseline? That's the other thing. I don't think this person's ever masturbated in their life.
Yeah.
Why did they comment on their own reel with
this is so
good? Like that's
crying emoji.
They're asking to be.
Bible.
Did you forget that we can still see your name? Like we know it's you, Bible Band.
Bible Band nuts.
And then the comment.
Scripture.
Now I've been watching this the whole way through thinking it was going to be a joke. Great. Now I'm beating with both songs now.
I mean, you figure they don't know what a condom looks like. And that's just Vaseline and that's just toilet paper.
Yeah. The audience that this is... Well, no, the audience that this is for would know exactly what these things are, what they're made.
Yeah. Does it vibrate too? Asking for my sisters and crying.
Maybe the Bible
Weak knees
I'm
song.
shut up. I'm trying to let him get his thought out before we move on to that because it's making me laugh.
maybe they thought that they were just watching shorts or whatever and had gone to the next short and they were like, oh, thank God I don't have to look at the condom.
Maybe.
And they were like, oh, that's my product.
Oh, that's mine.
Oh,
This is so good.
oh, you're trying to explain why they commented on their own video?
rationally why this would happen. Unless they just like it.
I think they just have a really shit social media team.
Or
I think, yeah.
this was very intentional so that it could get, like, traction.
It maybe.
And maybe this got them buys, serious buys, not just like, you know, I'm just going to buy it, whatever. Like, I don't know.
Oh, this generated a lot of interest.
Yeah.
When I was 12,
Yeah. No, that 12-year-old Dom probably would have been
maybe.
I'm beating with both Psalms now. It's so fucking funny. This is already these weak Psalms are sweating. Does it measure my biometrics, speed of strokes, average session time, distance 5?
Distance fired is wild.
Bruh.
I knew this reached the wrong crowd. I sprinted to the comments. Does the condom go on before or after the toilet paper? If you're using petroleum jelly to knock one out, you really do need Jesus. God invented silicone lube for a reason. Holy shit.
If you use some petroleum jelly, it's because you're fucking someone to the butt.
Yeah. I still feel like there are better alternatives now. Yeah. We have moved
Probably
on.
not jelly. Sorry, the joke is the only time I've ever heard people seriously discuss the use of petroleum lube is in the context of anal.
No. Okay, fair enough.
What?
Did you say the context of panal?
I did not say
I
panal.
feel like you did.
I said anal for
I
sure.
think you said panal.
But I can give you some panal, baby.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
That comment, though. Oh, it's you guys in the comments that brought this to my algorithm.
No, it's the Christian God.
Weird thing to listen to while masturbating, but whatever floats your boat. I was about to make that joke. I was like, it's a difficult wank, but I can do it. God, please keep talking. I'm almost.
Thou shalt not copulate with the donkeys.
God, what are you wearing?
God, what are you wearing?
I think the more you scroll, sometimes the funnier. I think there's one more comment that like kills me.
Not my most challenging up, but not the easiest 4 out of 10. Yes, Sky Daddy, speak biblical to me. I've had mine 2 months now. I can't come without it. He's gonna have to come to. He's gonna have a come to Jesus moment. Oh my goodness Christ! I'm
so
sure
good.
someone thinks they're a genius with this commercial, and there is a time in history where I would have said they were. That's not this time anymore.
I genuinely want to interview the person who put this out or thought this video was a good idea to see what their idea behind it was supposed to be,
right,
and what their reaction was when it turned out to be something else.
They posted the video?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's why I said
I thought they
just commented on it.
no. This is their video,
This
and
is their video.
That's why I was like, "What are you defending?"
I'm lost here. Okay,
I was like,
This
"What are you
makes a lot more
defending?" But okay,
sense.
yeah.
Jeez.
I was like, "Why did they comment on their own video?"
Wild. What other
videos
videos do they have?
I think it's just all.
I bet you they.
I have that same Christmas bag.
You do, because I have it down. I had it with us for the longest time.
Yeah,
That's when my white elephant came in.
I think that top comment is what commented with the post. But even still,
But here's the thing: even if it is,
the thing that they said in that other video is still weird.
this is still weird because they're. Yeah, this is just their product. It's weird because they're commenting as if they're a random person.
Yeah.
But you're not, because this is your video. That'd be like me posting this podcast to the Kingz After Dark YouTube, and then as Kingz After Dark going, man, y'all did so great in this episode.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so funny. Great communication.
My
Right?
favorite part was
My favorite part was like they could see it's you, bro.
I liked and
favorite-
commented.
My favorite thing was the wearable Bible band.
Can't come without it.
Can't come without it. Oh my fucking goodness. There's some spicy scriptures in the Bible. I think maybe. I don't
There
think so.
it is. I forget that it's not Ecclesiastes.
Not I'm just waiting for the
I think Psalms has
no, Psalms is just all praises
There's
to
a
God,
whole ass
which
book
can be
that's
spicy, I
just
guess.
dedicated to a man talking about how sexy his wife is.
Psalms
Yeah.
is just a praise kink, isn't it?
May her
It's just-
breasts satisfy you always. That is a scripture.
I should
in the
call
Bible.
her.
You're probably gonna see her this weekend. It's okay.
I should pray.
Turn
with
your
her.
fucking light on. I can't wait for the day someone shows that they just like hacked it in and just swapped the Bible verses out for like fucking erotica, like erotic novels and shit.
Like
Oh my
50 Shades
God.
of Grey or something.
Oh yeah, or like fucking Zane.
For the
Wanna try
entire
my modded
B
Bible
movie.
band.
Huh?
The script of the B movie.
The entire script.
Or
I mean, I'm pretty
you
sure.
like jizz?
Do you like?
Do you like jizz?
Okay, I'm actually curious now. I want to know how much.
Okay, because you know this is definitely. First of all, I don't think this is an American company. Two,
what reason?
I know. Big surprise. The comments.
fair.
The comments show that they don't have a great grasp of
50,000
English.
verified buyers.
I mean, it's got to be basically just an MP3 player. You could probably
Yeah.
figure out how to put whatever you want on there.
Over 300 plus Bible verses included.
Oh,
High quality audio speaker.
This is definitely just some fucking Chinesium.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
super.
that
is.
spits out words. So you could definitely get something that looks almost identical to this. But
It's called the fucking. Well, I guess not identical. You got to pay a lot for this, but you can get any smartwatch and just load like MP3s onto it if you really want it.
read out almost exclusively. What are we reading now?
I don't. This is just like on the same page.
oh, it's
Oh,
like
they
a laser
chase their own
point on a
lasers.
collar.
Yeah, it's just like auto. Yeah, this is definitely like some AliExpress adjacent
Yeah, absolutely.
Temu bullshit because like it's just a fuck ton of different
you-
products on this same
Do you
page.
think the commenters are from China? So like the page or the Facebook or whatever is running. I don't know. I guess not.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, when they comment whelp, it does now brick that can't be displayed with English Unicode.
I ordered one and it started out putting racial slurs out of nowhere. Where was there a firmware update or something I missed?
What?
I can't tell if this is fantastic satire or pathetic reality, and that's pretty much summing up what I feel is all of our thoughts.
I'm gonna get this for my whole family. No, it's $55. Never mind.
That's
sorry.
55 fucking.
This is a dollar store product.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like this is not.
They're charging $50. They are ripping families apart.
One of my favorite things to see now are like websites or any product that's put out anywhere where it has like what the original price was.
Oh, yeah, and
and it
this-
slashes out and it's like
It's always
it's
58%
only
off.
$55. Like no, that's what it always was.
We should have bought a fuck ton of these in bulk and just like sold these at a Trump rally.
Big brain.
Damn, you're right.
And sold it for the 130.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe we didn't know about this until.
Damn.
This is why we're poor. All right, well, that's Bible banned.
I'm gonna cry.
But guys, the development, the design, the tooling for the manufacturing with the custom cross.
Someone took an MP3 from 2003,
Really?
and then slapped a fucking wristband on it and said $55, please.
Hey, don't forget they loaded 300 Bible verses onto it.
No,
Oh my God.
130.
And then they put it in a cum commercial.
And a high quality speaker. High quality speaker.
High quality.
Very specific.
It probably sounds like.
We heard it in the thing. It does.
You don't think that? I think that was probably just they took the MP3 and they mixed it in the video.
Like overlaid audio.
They could have. I don't think it's the craziest thing
No,
to get.
it was
I don't
from
think it's the
this video.
craziest thing to get like
It's been
a.
too long.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like
That would have
fucking,
made sense. That would have been good editing. They didn't do
Like
that.
fucking pull cord dials and like the Tickle Me Elmos and bullshit. I've been doing this thing like for fucking ever, right? Like I feel like you could really just rip one of those out and put it on a wristband and call it a day, and that's probably what they did.
Yeah,
and I don't think
Tickle
it's
Me Elmos have been making cum commercials.
probably.
There's probably one out there, honestly, if we looked.
Yeah, it's basically
many.
the same mechanism, just with a ton of storage space. Like,
Yeah. And it's not hard to get that much storage space,
I was gonna
especially
say
with
it's not
like
hard to get on storage space.
fucking. I have a 256 gig like SD card in that camera
So
right now.
$15 SD card.
Not even anymore.
You're right. It's a $5 SD
Yeah.
card.
they can put all 3 Lord of the Rings movies on a single DVD now.
Super. What's really funny is they could have put the whole Bible on that bitch, but I don't know why they didn't. Anyway.
Yeah. Too expensive. It starts getting a little bit too big.
Just a little
It's
too big.
text. I don't know.
It's an
this
organizational
voice.
issue.
Yeah,
And
I don't.
That like how long is?
Well, they
the-
said that it does have the entire Bible.
How
But
long-
then on the
oh.
thing, they advertised 300 plus Bible verses, which makes me think they don't have the entire Bible.
From
No, they said
300
you could
verses
have the
from
entire
the
Bible.
entire. Oh, you could
have,
load.
You
the
could
entire
load the entire Bible, or some mention of it. I don't know. They don't really give a lot of information on the fucking website of
because it would just be
because
the
it just says 300 plus scriptures, and it's like, well, what scriptures?
it would just be the audio book version of the Bible.
Yeah,
How long is that? How
Well,
gigs? How many gigs?
I don't even think so.
I don't know how many gigs or how big it would be because that's really file type too. But like, there's like the audio
you make that
podcast
shit
of
an
like the
OGG
whole
and-
Bible. That's like days long.
Yeah.
Like to
Yeah.
the whole Bible in audio format. Yeah, it's like a couple days long of an audio thing. So
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not that bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not that bad. I don't think it's that bad. I don't even think it's gonna be days. I think like depending on the clip at which it's reading it at, obviously.
Dude, I should get the Bible audiobook. What am I doing?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Guys, I've been spending the last
it's
month
actually not bad. The one where they get voice actors that actually act like certain parts. I have it. It's not bad. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Bit of seriousness in there, I suppose.
That's right. There is a Christian in this room. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I did just joke about that, but hey, it's,
Right.
Well, because of the circumstances. I mean,
I mean, I'm not going to get a Bible band, so I don't need one.
I got
gonna
no
jack
scriptures
off.
in my heart.
I come without one.
I come with imagination alone.
I use
know the
the
book.
real Bible.
I know the book of Matthew.
Hard cover.
The leather feels so good on my skin.
God damn it.
If there's a hell, I'm going to it. All right, what are we about to fucking watch,
In
kid?
hell, they let you fuck the
Something
Bible.
that's really funny. And it's
In
from
hell,
a
the Bible
show.
fucks you.
I'm going.
DJ, calm down. Sup, D-Rock? Yo, let me lace up my dogs. I'll be right down.
I've
Derwin
seen this.
Jobley III, are you ready for school?
Yes, Father. I'm lacing my shoes. I'll be right down.
He's such a perfect young man.
Okay, Father. I'm darting off to pursue my educational prowess.
Okay, son, don't dilly-dally. I'll be home late. It's my bridge night.
I'll see you later. Bye. Yo, what's up, B? How you feeling? What's going on?
I
Yo,
seen-
let's bounce.
Yo, what's up, P? How you doing?
I'm off to pursue my educational prowess is a line that I have not figured out when to use it, but I'm going to use it at some point and be very glad that I did.
It's the 2-frame switch up that gets me the most. Bro changed clothes instantly. Like literally just shut the door, was in a whole different outfit.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. I've seen this clip forever ago and I don't remember where or what this is from.
I was just about to ask if any of you guys know what cartoon this is, because it's familiar, but I didn't even look.
He literally just had it in the top comment.
Oh, I missed it.
Boo Crew.
Oh, that it is. The hell is it from? Is this because it feels like MTV, but it might just be an internet thing. By Rochester Lions Club or Haunted House. Okay, this is not what I thought it was.
Maybe they're full of shit.
Boo Crew animated show. I don't know.
Up. There it is.
Fuckaboo.
Great. Oh, these faces are so unsettling.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was hilarious, and so I was like, "Well, dang."
Oh, it's a Wayne's brother thing. Wayne's family.
Ah, they've done a few other things too.
Sean and Marlon Wayans have done a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I remember the Wayans brothers, the show from back in like the 90s, early 2000s. Fantastic show. Also the guys behind Scary Movie. The Scary Movie series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, they've done a lot. The Wayans brothers have done a lot. But yeah, no, this now that I know it's the Wayans brothers, it makes total sense because that's absolutely their fucking humor. Like that was absolutely their humor. As a matter of fact, I'm actually fairly certain he's voiced.
What's up, D-Rock? Yo, let me lace up my dogs. I'll be right down.
I
Lace up my
lied.
dogs.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? But for a second I thought that was Sean. That is not. Sorry, Marlon. That is not Marlon Wayans. That's fucking nuts. Like,
my dogs will be
I'm
right
off to
there.
pursue my educational prowess. Oh, that line just gets me every time I hear it.
pursue my educational prowess. Who talks like that? In what world does anyone talk like this? Oh, that's fucking fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So, just a funny thing.
Oh, one more. At least from you for here. I think, well, no. How many more do we got?
Not much more than that, and we could break to one of your things after that.
Finish this up.
I probably don't have much more after that.
I think it's this. Oh, I know what you got. You do have one more thing.
But that's pretty much it. Anything else we could get to at another.
Right. If anyone didn't know, Ash from Pokemon is a whole crackhead.
He's broken.
He is broken beyond relief. And there's a Twitter thread that like rightfully lays out all of the stupid feats this kid has done in the show.
Not his Pokemon.
No, not his Pokemon. This 10-year-old kid himself, like over the years, has pulled off some stupid feat. Ash Ketchum, nigga ain't shit without the Pokemon. Someone responds, anyways, here is a thread of why Ash Ketchum is a god among men. This man threw an entire log. Like, he really did
Like
this.
that.
Yeah.
Like a fucking javelin.
Yes.
Well, not even, honestly. Like just kind of yeeted it.
So okay, here's how fucking stupid this actually gets, right? This Pokemon, I'm fairly certain, is about 2 feet tall.
Oh, and Pokemon and all their different measurements and weights.
It's already its own thing, right?
Oh my gosh.
But this is Bagon, I'm fairly certain, is 2 feet tall, almost exactly. Which, given like just kind of height measurements, see if we can get a better.
That's at least 1.5 feet long, thick.
Yeah,
Thick.
I was gonna say this thing
That's
is almost
10
as
feet.
thick as like the diameter of. Hold on, wait a minute. Diameter. Yes.
Diameter.
Yeah.
Diameter of this log is almost as tall. So the thing has to be almost about at least 1.5 feet,
If not 2.
if not 2 feet. Then this log has to be
at least 10 feet long, if not 12.
I was putting it closer to like 16.
Yeah, actually, no, I think you're right. 'Cause
Like nearly.
you lay that.
Yeah. So Ash has just muscled and javelin thrown a whole tree.
Let's be generous and say it's a pine tree.
Yeah.
Is that a light wood?
Lighter. Yeah.
It's a bit of a lighter wood.
Mm-hmm.
Is there?
So that's about 50 cubic feet, which equates to between 2 times 50, 1,100
Jesus.
Wow.
So yeah, he just
and 2,500 pounds.
he not only ran with it, he was able to throw it and chuck it what looks to be across an entire river. And here's how extra stupid it starts to get. Ash, with just sheer strength,
His
redirects the
body
truck.
weight.
Like,
What fucking martial arts like heavy foot technique and bullshit is this?
Oh, trust me, it gets even
120
funnier.
pounds.
What y'all don't. He's a 10-year-old kid. I think
He weighs
canonically he's
53
like
pounds.
4'8", or at least like most of the
I guess he would.
kids in the series are
maybe
like 4'8".
Maybe 100
90.
pounds. If
He's like
dense
maybe
bones.
90 pounds.
He got dense bones.
Not only did he redirect the truck, what this person fails to mention is that there was also a Lapras on this truck,
Okay.
which
How much does a Lapras weigh?
I believe so. Lapras comes from the first generation in which they did not have good guesstimates on weight and stuff like that. But I think its weight is like 400 pounds, even though it should be way more than that. It might not even be 400 pounds. It might be like a really stupid weight. Hold
The
on.
small dinosaur.
It is like Lapras is with a whole shell, right? Okay, 485. It's 485 pounds. Like add that on top of
What is
redirecting
that
of
bitch made of aerogel? There's no way.
right.
yeah, what?
8 feet tall, only 485. It's like there's no fucking way. But it's one of those Pokemon that came from a generation where they weren't paying a lot of attention to numbers.
It's also kind of doubtful that how can 3 people ride on it comfortably, but it also fits in a truck.
Yeah, right. Oh, this one I didn't even know about. Look at where that balloon is in like. Yeet.
Holy crap.
He didn't even wind up and jump really. He just kind of
just floated up there.
Bro fucking busted Olympic records out here.
There's no like this is on Mars or something.
No. Like Ash, if you could have always done this, there's no reason they should ever have gotten away with Pikachu before.
this shit is wild. At least he charges up for it, but like
that is stupid.
so that does happen, but
And then just catches himself on the other side.
He makes it to the other side.
He does. That ravine had to be 150
Look at that
feet.
fucking acrobatics.
Yeah.
And then he free climbs the cliff.
Why does he have a... I don't like his mustache.
It's
That
a
style.
weird... Yeah. It's
What is that?
I've never known what it is. It's just a weird marking he has on his cheek. On his cheeks. It's like Naruto's like whisker things, but those make sense because there's a reason they're there. There's never been a reason why Ash has these markings under his like on his cheek.
I always thought it was to insinuate some sort of like blush, just like a stylistic younger blush on the character. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
'cause
It
it's
definitely looks funky.
When I
in this
see
What's
it
art.
in
weird
that
is that
steel
he's the
frame.
only character that ever has it.
Right.
It looks like a mustache.
It does look like a mustache.
He was branded as a child.
He was branded.
Send
100,000 volts.
Yeah, watch this. And Pikachu's all too happy to do it.
Pikachu's like, finally freedom.
Finally, freedom.
Oh.
I think the best part about this is
Low amps?
no. What's y'all y'all don't know Pokemon like I do. I don't even know if this is the same Latias, but there's a running thing with Pokemon because in one of the movies, specifically for Latias and Latios, its counterpart Pokemon. You find out at the end of that one that the Latias, this Pokemon, has a crush on Ash. And it's become a running thing of like, this is just one of the girls in Ash's fucking roster. And so it's extra funny to me because when I was reading through this, when you first sent it to the docket, I was looking through this and I saw this and I was like, yeah, bitch, this is the man you chose. She's like watching the dude she has a crush on get electrocuted, look back at her and smile and thumbs up while getting actively electrocuted. And she's like, oh yeah, I chose this. This is my choice. And they're like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid?
And he's fine.
He's just fine. Ash, along with Link, are just whole ass crackheads. Wait. But it's all fucking stupid. Yeah, Ash. And that doesn't even get into the stuff of like the other feats Ash has done, which is like carrying Pokemon. I think this is the one we talked about in an episode before, where Ash carries Pokemon that way. Like he carries them like you would carry your cat, but these Pokemon weigh a couple 100 pounds apiece. Like just casually holding like a 200-pound rock.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like he's been charred by flames.
Oh yeah, he's been hit by flames and electricity and whacked with everything.
But it's just
100,000 volts.
You just scrape off the burnt layer and they're
there
fine.
you go, and you're back to good.
You cough out a few dark clouds. And
Yeah.
Cartoon logic.
But also, this kid has also been 10 years old for 20 years, so
It's got the Timmy Turner effect.
right.
Found a Pokemon, was like, you know what? Make me this forever.
Makes that Ashes in a coma theory a little more concrete every day.
That's in a coma theory.
All right. We've been going at it for about an hour-ish. Let's take a quick break and then come back. Finish this off. This video was dumb because...
Oh, is this an AI?
Not this one in particular. There's another one. The one we watched earlier. Would you rather fight the Powerpuff Girls every day for a year or Batman once a year for 10 years? Which I personally feel like the answer is fucking obvious.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Suicide.
Is it?
Okay, who would you pick?
I mean, so Batman
Yeah.
doesn't kill.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, maybe not initially.
And the Powerpuff Girls can't get that into their rating, so
I feel like that's an assumption that I wouldn't make.
I feel like I would pick Batman because it would just get annoying.
Yeah. Like,
unless you really like the Powerpuff Girls.
I don't know who came up with this question.
I don't know who came up
But
with this
you're
question.
not beating either of them.
You're really not.
So it's
like-
just a question of when and how often you want to get your ass beat.
Yeah.
Because saying it's for 10 years, saying you only have to fight them once a year for 10 years doesn't change the fact that you only have to fight them 10 times.
It's gonna
and
be
you get a year in between each.
to heal.
Yeah.
But is it just to KO? So it's just like, and then it's over.
Maybe.
Could just be beating you senseless until you just submission.
I'm pretty sure Batman could just cold clock me.
He really could.
Yeah.
He
But
really
do you know
could.
what the Powerpuff
Girls could do?
I don't know. I don't really know anything about them.
Powerpuff Girls are 3 young Supermen.
Yeah.
They have all the powers of Superman.
Without the responsibilities or conscious really of a grown person.
Like
They're
that's their whole
children.
deal. They fly, they have super strength. We have seen them pick up whole buildings before.
Are we using real world physics or are we using...
We have I don't know what other physics we could use.
I mean...
Are you asking if we're using cartoon world logic?
Like...
Where you can get your head punched so hard it goes all the way around the world and comes back and reattaches or something? Like,
you can get hit by a laser and it knocks you into the wall.
No, I mean, okay, cartoon.
Then I can have aura and vibe with Lucario, but...
But, like, so, like...
I feel like even under that context, it doesn't change the fact that I still have to get hit by them.
Yeah, every day. Yeah.
Every day for
Every
a
day.
year.
365 times.
And there's 3 of them.
And there's 3 of them.
That's 365 concussions.
Yeah.
Even if it's cartoon logic and you actually don't get vaporized by their laser beam eyes, right?
Right.
Or ripped apart in half by their super strength, or them just flying straight through your body, that shit would still put you out.
You still got to get your shit rocked, and
Every day.
we know what they do to monkeys. They
don't talk to Mojo Jojo.
Call yourself that.
Mojo Jojo. It's funny because Mojo Jojo has been getting like some sympathy online because
Yes,
it's like sometimes for him to be the arch villain, sometimes he do just get like the short end of the stick for no reason. Like there have been times where they just straight up rolled up on him, just living life, and said.
People be saying Mojo Jojo got his medulla blah 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 stomped on over off-brand candy.
Let me see what the fuck you just tried to read.
Pretty much exactly what I just said. I don't know how to pronounce any of those words, and I don't think the poster wanted us to be able to pronounce it.
No, Jesus Christ, Kenton. Medulla oblongata.
What is that?
My boy. Did you just pronounce medulla oblongata?
No, I took anatomy, but I didn't pass it well.
Did you pass it at all?
I did, but barely.
Did y'all not have to go over pieces of the brain?
Not that part.
Medulla oblongata, you whore.
Okay, all the viewers and listeners listening or watching this right now, don't tell me y'all know exactly what they're talking about.
You want to know how I can guarantee you they do know what we're talking about?
They all know.
I didn't learn that from anatomy. I learned that from a cartoon when I was like 8.
Well, I didn't watch that cartoon. I don't know what y'all be watching.
The medulla oblongata.
Some Animal Planet.
No, it was
show shit.
It's a fucking like cartoon thing because it's funny to say.
I can't say it.
I heard you read it and I was like, I know this motherfucker did not just try to say medulla oblongata.
Yeah, no,
that's why I had to see it first. I was like, no, it had to be a joke, right?
I read over that shit because I was like, nobody knows how to pronounce this.
Medulla oblongata.
It's your fucking lizard brain. Clearly, that's all you have left.
I'll take the smooth brain accusation for that one. But hey,
nah, man, it's not smooth brain. You lost the smooth part. Okay, all you got left is a little stump that lets your heart beat.
Just the step.
Just the step. I'm fairly certain the heart beating part is actually a nervous system part. I don't even think that your brain has anything to do with that.
It's literally like the base of your brain.
Is that the base of your brain stem? Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know,
it's the part that kept the chicken alive after his head got cut off.
That is true.
That's the kind of brain that Obama has. Because he's a lizard man. You've seen his third eyelid, haven't you?
No, I know the exact joke. I was just wondering if I should go the route of just laugh at it or
ending
it or no budding. And I wasn't sure which one, or yes budding. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to go with. Anywho, yes, medulla oblongata.
It's great in the soup. I just made that mess.
I thought you were trying to go the route of like chilled monkey brain from Silence of the Lamb or some shit.
No, that's way deeper than what I was trying to do.
I was going to say, no, I don't think that's not in the soup. But anywho, the Powerpuff Girls whip that monkey's ass on a fucking regular basis. It means if Mojo Jojo gets it like that, I don't stand a fucking chance.
Well, look, he's ugly.
And I don't stand a fucking chance. So, I know what I said. Nah, there's no way I'm taking, like, it doesn't, even all things remaining the same. Let's say like even like Superman does have like the same capabilities of beating my ass the way the Powerpuff Girls do, right? Mm-hmm. I'm still going to take the beating once a year for 10 years instead of once every fucking day for a year.
Yeah, that's a year of no sleep.
And Batman's got to make sure that you don't
No, it's a year of all sleep. And then you wake up in the hospital and you get knocked out again, okay?
Nothing but sleep.
You're in a full body cast sipping pina colada waiting to die again.
Right. there's just no question. I'm going to
Your
take
corpse is lying in the ground and they still pull it up and break your bones just for fun.
I don't think so, but okay.
You have to fight him every day for a year. It's decreed by the universe. Alive or dead, you gotta fight.
People are saying maybe you could outsmart him or hide, but like
You're not outsmarting Batman.
No. I'm talking like the girls.
Oh, you're not outsmarting them either. They have super speed.
Yeah, even if you could outsmart them, they will find you real quick.
They will. They've done it.
You have to fight him. You can't run away from this. No matter how hard you try, it's been decreed by the universe. There will be a conflict.
There will be conflict.
Your ass will be beat.
Right? Like, and I would rather just have a year break in between.
Yeah.
For 10 straight years. That's
I
okay.
would rather have the break.
Yeah.
Between the breaks.
After all, I'm not
Would
trying
be
to
nice.
get my Abdullah Abagada smashed open.
You
ripped
actually
apart.
tried.
He actually said it, which was funny.
He said Abdullah.
He tried. No, I'm going to point out he tried to fuck it up and failed miserably by saying it correctly.
Yeah, that's actually what it was.
I could tell in the way I could tell in your voice you tried to fuck it up, which I don't know it's better or worse.
I'm not going to try it again because that will tell you.
That's fair.
That will tell you whether or not I actually remember how to fully pronounce it.
That's fair.
I'm just going to stick with Abundala Kaka.
You are a Bundala Kaka.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Speaking of a Boone Lakaka, whatever the fuck, Izzy, you shared something with us, an article from Nature that says Chemistry Nobel goes to developers of AlphaFold AI that predicts protein structures. What's this about?
They basically
I've seen that.
proteins have a specific way that they fold, and that's what gives them their structure and their
Make sure to speak into your mic, please.
sort of their. I'm not an expert, but the way I understand it is like their stability is their shape,
Yeah.
and this AI has been trained to kind of figure out how they unfold. I think that they sort of learned from this that it's the elements in the chain, like the order, kind of dictates the direction that they fold in.
So
But-
like each are the A. Is it ATP? No, the sequences of our genes code directly to a set of proteins. I believe there's something like I forget the exact number from microbiology, but there's a set of them, and then the particular, but depending on the order of those proteins, there's a specific way that each of those proteins will then bond and chemically interact with each other and fold up into create the structure of protein. But it is incredibly and deeply complex, especially given the number of protein folds and the amount of proteins. And so it is something that is incredibly difficult to parse accurately with human intelligence. And
Like in school, they were trying to like gamify it. They had
Yeah.
I think it's called Fold It,
Something like that.
and so they were trying to get like people to just kind of play it like a puzzle game, sort of. But
because it is a lot like a puzzle. There are rules that are very consistently followed, at least as far as we understand, with how they fold. And so like it is predictable, but the anyways, it's
So many combinations.
Yeah.
But so if you know how they fold, I don't know how this works exactly either. It's like you can unfold them, and if you can unfold them, you can destroy proteins pretty easily.
Yeah.
So like viruses, like coronavirus has the spike protein that protects it. So if you can unfold them, it just it's like basically kills the virus. And they could probably use this in like cures for like AIDS and pretty much anything viral. I'm not sure what other applications it has.
There's potential applications for some types of cancer as well. It depends on that kind though. There's a lot of different kinds. But because the primary issue with cancer is that it looks no different than any other cell in your body except for the fact that it's killing you. And
with that said, a preemptive rest in peace to these wonderful deep thinking minds, as I'm sure the plane that you're traveling on, the engine failures are going to absolutely be completely random and unforeseen and unplanned completely. Your service to humanity would have been great. And I'm sure that if you guys got to live, we would be seeing the end of many diseases. And
yeah, y'all probably should have kept this.
Y'all should have shut the fuck up on this one, bro. Y'all should have let this one just like. I think no. I mean,
the fact that they got the Nobel Prize for it seems like they would have tried to hush it up before this.
Oh, see, now they found out now. But no, I was talking to Izzy about because you brought this up to me 2-ish weeks ago, something like that. It's the good thing about this being both AI and on the internet is that hopefully it's been open sourced and not trying to hopefully they're not trying to copyright. Well,
they might give copies to like universities and they might try to continue.
Look, if y'all want to live, just put this bitch on a fucking torrent site. Just call it a day. Because now, even if they kill you, it don't matter. Yeah, you might still get killed, but it is what it is.
Your research will be out there for everybody to see.
Quit violating my mics with your
Would you rather me use my lips?
Premium content.
This is what I was doing before the nose.
I noticed that too.
So, I don't know which one you prefer.
You have to blur out.
It can't be my hand. It can't be my hand.
You're going to have to blur or pixel out everything happening over
Jesus
there.
Christ.
That's probably not your original mic. That was an indirect kiss.
Instant deep throats.
But yeah, no. It's
indirect deep throat.
It's an indirect fuck.
It's a direct fuck. That's when you shake someone's hand and then masturbate later.
DoorDash, don't get any ideas.
Oh man, but no, like that is crazy. Like we are, if on the fucking wheel of on the AI roulette of 2024,
the bingo card,
actually being used to solve real medical like problems was not immediately on there. But so I'm happy to hear that we are putting AI to really good use.
Well, and now that we've had the capacity for a little while to encode and create our own genetic sequences. This is realistically going to enable a new level of bioengineering. It's just insane. CRISPR's part of it. Well, CRISPR enables us to insert.
Okay.
The genomes. I think we've been able to sequence or synthesize our own genomes for a little while before that. I'm not sure exactly how we've been able to do it, but I believe we have been able to.
It's magic.
I don't remember. But I think Smarter Every Day, I believe, just had a video where they finally have basically a full breakdown of the flagellar motor, like protein by protein, everything that goes into it. It's actually a very recent.
He did not make that word up, by the way.
I assume that most things that y'all talk about, y'all aren't making up.
Like that was an actual real word.
But I'll have to look that one up later.
I saw it.
You don't know what a flagellar motor is?
That one I'm not going to blame you for.
I mean,
I am, because you have to know how to argue with the creationists. You have to be a good evangelical. All right. How do they explain the flagellar motor?
Wait, the evangelicals are arguing with the creationists?
Yeah, the flagellar motor is a very classic argument against evolution from most creationists, because it's such a because it's such a complex system of like interlocking proteins that forms a very specific function,
and it uses like electricity too, doesn't it? Like
we run off.
It's basically well, I believe it uses the same AT. I'm not sure if it uses the electron pump or if it's, but regardless, it's basically like a mini electric motor inside of a cell, and like they like to point at that and be like, well, evolution's a sequence of steps, right? So you start with in order to evolve fins, you start with a stub, and then the stub helps you, yada, yada, yada. Well, how do you fucking explain this little fucking thing that's spinning around? And actually, they've started to develop some answers, some more better answers for that, given the recent research on the flagellar motor, because they can actually compare the protein structures to like other things that exist within cells to like see what may have been precursors. But anyways, that's been a classical argument against evolution from creationists. But the
human body's wild.
Sort of makes sense because like we're almost trying to get to that point to be able to manufacture that. Like we're going smaller and smaller and smaller. Mm-hmm. So that's like future technology for us.
Yeah. Yeah. But the
really funny part about that as an argument is like crazy shit happens when you have a few billion years to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know, the idea of a vestigial structure,
right?
Let alone sometimes the changes are random and don't serve a purpose, and then also still stick around.
Yeah.
And eventually something happens. But but like even the whole like the structure of a flagellar motor, I believe, is built around something that resembles like a pump, in the first place, something that would pump stuff in and out of the cell. It's just at some point it was then able to spin something, and then that thing got attached to flagella, which then allowed for chemotaxis.
Chemotaxis.
I know all of those words.
I got taxed for chemo? Probably. You probably have to pay a lot to get chemo.
Oh yeah.
I should ask my mom about that. But yeah, no, that is actually very interesting. That is a crazy use case for AI.
That's an AI win.
That is an AI win for sure.
W.
Use of AI in art might be a little contentious, but this application in just medical sciences, that's nothing to sneeze at. Mm-hmm. It's just gonna really suck when these scientists all have heart attacks at the exact same time.
No further explanation.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's okay. Yeah, fucking stop us.
Just hope they get that shit up on the internet somewhere so that the technology is always around. Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing that with us, Izzy.
No problem.
On the other end of AI,
in a land where legends are born and destiny calls to the chosen few, meet Link, a hero clad in green, awakening to a world teeming with magic, peril, and adventure. His journey will take him across vast lands, from the lush fields of Hyrule to the
really
deepest,
charming,
darkest
actually.
dungeons, as he faces enemies of myth and legend. Princess Zelda, guardian of the sacred Triforce, watches over the kingdom as a shadowy evil, led by the sinister Ganondorf, threatens to plunge it into eternal darkness. Her fate intertwined with Link's.
I will point out,
together they hold the key to restoring peace.
It wasn't until that scene that I realized this was AI, because there was so much for me to pay attention to that like I wasn't paying attention to everything.
It was hard for me to tell that it was when I first saw this.
So you thought it was like indie film kinda?
Yeah, I thought somebody was just doing a really good job with creating a thing.
It was, if you go back, you don't have to like fully scrub through, but if you hover all the way to where he was standing on the rock.
On the rock, yeah, that one's weird.
On the
rock?
It
could, I guess it could be a weird compositing job.
Yeah, for me, that just looks like the game to me.
That does look like Tears of the Kingdom.
See, but that's the thing. I was like, okay, but if it was it looks like Tears of the Kingdom, but it's not.
It's not, yeah.
And the way that they are blending their shapes together, this was when I was like, oh, I wouldn't be able to tell if this was AI because it's replicating a past past footage, which has a level of a lack of focus,
right?
Which helps obfuscate whether or not this is AI. So really, I can't. I was looking at this and I was like, I can't tell, but I think I'm suspicious at this point.
Yeah, like because when I first watched this, I was like,
it was also the way that each scene had a different version of Link.
Which, yeah, and then that should have been the giveaway. What I'm saying is it was kind of crazy that it took me till this point and seeing his fingers absolutely fucked
See, I
up.
didn't actually notice that when I first saw this. Well,
Really?
actually, no. When I think when I first saw this, it was cut off actually because I think it was framed just on his face.
Fair. There's also the fun part of like, what is this instrument?
It's a sword.
Kind of.
It's a sword flute.
It looks
pickle.
like if you attached a really fancy douche to a shoehorn.
Yeah, actually.
The thing I think instantly is of like the pastry,
Like
The way the rock
pastry thing.
yeah.
like that sail on the boat.
Why is her one ear
Really big.
fucking gigantic? And then there was also this where like her hands keep like flip flopping whether they're up or down in a weird way.
And a cast of unforgettable characters, including the mighty Gorons, the graceful Zora, and the proud
Teeth
Gerudo.
just spawn
Pause
in.
right here.
Must
Ah, shit. Hold on.
No, I think it was.
I skipped ahead by accident.
All Scarlett Johansson.
They really are.
That's what I thought.
It's just all Scarlett Johansson.
What is going on with? Okay,
I don't know, but I want to be there. I don't care what's going on. I just want to be a part of it.
if you look at the bra on the woman who's third from the left, it really just actually there's two of them where the way the light is shining down on her breast just kind of morphs into boob.
Her?
Third from the right. Sorry.
Oh. I didn't even notice that. That's weird. It just like morphs into titty.
And then it's just like, what's going on?
What's going on? I'd still do it.
Rueben says, would.
Still looks grippable. This design is kind of sick, though. I kind of like this.
That was pretty cool.
Did you just say grippable?
Maybe.
Hey, he wasn't gonna let you slide.
Maybe I did. Maybe I said it like Tony the fucking Tiger. Okay.
I've never heard of a tit being described that way, but it's also a perfect descriptor for a good boob.
Grippable.
That looks real
embark on a
grippable.
timeless quest to thwart the forces of darkness.
Also, this
Through
fucking dance. Who are
puzzles
these
that challenge
guys?
the
We saw
mind,
the Gorons already.
battles
They're
that
Gorons
test the
Part
spirit,
2.
They're the other
hidden in every
Gorons.
corner. Link must prove himself
dancing
worthy of
ones.
the master
I gotta
sword,
say,
the blade of legend.
This tingle is crazy. I actually really like these Goron designs, except they look kind of villainous.
So when you say that Tingle is crazy, what do you mean?
Making Tingle just a clown is
Yeah.
kind of crazy to me. But
Because
it
I
works. I don't
ask
think it's
because
bad.
I'm not I've seen Tingle fucking out and about, but
Have you now? Just
look, he does it where he does it. Okay. But no, like I've never actually known what he is within the context of like the story.
Tingle's just a dude that believes he's a fairy.
Okay.
Like-
Because when I saw this, I was like, of course, because without knowing much about Tingle, I was like, this is exactly what an American writer would
reimagine Tingle as.
Yes.
Which honestly, I don't think I would hate this if this is what we got as Tingle. I would not hate this at all as long as like he plays it up properly. But
And it'll teach
Like-
us something about holding on to the imagination that you had in your childhood.
Yeah.
I hate how human teeth spawn in.
I hate. That's what I was about to say. I really like the design. I like the design of Ganon that they had here. Obviously, this Zelda is the Skulltula looks amazing. Most of the links that they have in here looks amazing. The Deku Tree looks really good. Zelda is Zelda, and she's
Zelda
a very
is-
1950 Zelda, and she looks really good. This Ganondorf is a really sick design.
Get her fucking cool as
That looks cool as shit. The Great Fairies could use another pass.
Why does it still feel like a small fairy there, though?
See, I feel like the Great Fairy could use another pass, but it is also exactly
what
they would do to it in like yeah.
I mean, in fairness, this is exactly what you get in fucking Ocarina of Time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
More or less. Like, they're not this sexy, but they're basically wearing like ivy and vines and what is basically a leotard.
Oh, it feels small still because of I think the leaves and shit that's in the water.
Oh yeah,
because if this was a big fairy, you would think that those would be even smaller.
Also, I'm wondering if are they compositing this woman into a scene that they already generated with AI? Because look at how her legs are going into the water. Is the AI just rendered them that way?
No, I think the AI just rendered it this way because she's definitely also AI generated. Unless you're saying they're compositing two different AIs.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm suggesting.
Oh, okay, it's very possible. As a matter of fact, it might.
It's probably just the way that it has to blend it there, and it doesn't know exactly how to do it.
That's how it understands compositing.
Those ears are crazy.
just the one ear is gigantic.
But it looks fake, but it moves realistically.
Well, it's funny because I think that what it's doing is like modeling the way that our ear wouldn't show if there's hair over it.
Yeah.
But then producing the elf ear where you can see it.
And it's just fucking huge. Once again, these Gorons look
like Dark Crystal puppets.
I was just about to say that. They look like they're from Dark Crystal or from like that era of puppetry, and they look really good. Like, once again, I still feel like these look a little too villainous, but I feel like they could also make for a really good subversion of like very scary looking thing turns out to be super chill. Dummies. This Zora looks terrible.
I don't like the Zora. I want to fuck my fish people, okay?
What?
I said what I said.
It took me a sec to realize that was a connected thought and not a separate thought you had in the middle of going. Yeah, no. What's really funny is his description of the Zora as he starts.
The graceful.
That's anything but graceful. Like, that's not graceful. And the human teeth spawning in and the weird like horse neigh going on in this moment is so fucking weird.
Right.
Also, I don't like that the fish eyes are just completely unfocused from anything.
The wonk eye.
The wonk eyes, they're just
I mean, it looks like a fish.
It don't feel
so good. It's fish.
But as far as like the armor goes, Armor's pretty cool. Like, I feel like this could be pretty cool, but it's just not working out super great.
Yeah. Like the style they pretty much nailed, but certain characteristics.
These guys.
I really like that. That Saria looks really cool. Like, for what appears to be just like that. That did a really good job of creating like just a kid in costume. And so Saria looks really cool.
And it nails the hand here.
Yeah. Does it? Did it actually nail the hand?
Did it? It look.
I'm trying to see. 5. Okay, yeah, it might.
The back one's a little weird.
Not holding onto anything.
It really isn't. But yeah, that front hand looked good. The Rito
looks badass. The
Master Sword looks like trash.
The Master Sword did not look great. That Link is just walking on that water.
Look at that guy in the puddle.
Oh yeah, no, don't look at that little sequence. Why did
I gotta go.
Why did that Link walk make me think of the shit? Here we go again.
It's because that's exactly what it fucking was.
What it is.
Oh my god. The puddle guy is so funny.
Puddle guy is really funny. But these set pieces look really nice.
Set pieces are incredible.
Who the fuck was this bitch?
I don't know. Just
that's what's her face?
From Oracle of Seasons.
Wrapped Up Zelda.
Yes.
Sheik.
Oh,
yep. Could be
Wrapped Up Zelda.
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
I don't know. I think that's a good case for her.
Other Zora just still not doing it.
I didn't like Other Zora. I like that one even let.
I know.
I mean, if you're going off like the
What? I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
In one of the recommended videos,
I'm sorry, what?
it just says, the title says, boy must clap zombie for 365 days until she will bite him.
Uploaded by Annie Rizzler.
By Annie Rizzler also is fucking what?
Like animation?
I don't want to click this.
31 minutes.
You have to click
I have to click it because I need this saved.
Is this a review?
She's in a towel.
It's got to be. Yeah.
It is. Watch the uncensored anime recap. All right, so that's in my history, so I can pull this back up now. That was a wild ass title. Okay.
It got us to click.
It got me to click.
It got us to click.
700K plus views. It's that's fair. Diabolical. That just fucking ended that AI chat. That was so out of nowhere.
Imagine in 5 years though.
Yeah.
And when you have access and you can make a perfect Zelda movie.
It is difficult to convey just how deeply nostalgic that made me.
For something we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy, right?
Well, but it's like it's so perfectly captured, like the 1950 like
filming style,
the Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Like it takes me right back to that. Like beyond even just like the film, the way the set pieces were designed, the practical effects stuff, like the way things were shot and lit, and it was just it was like. Oh, it made me realize that I would actually murder to see, like. I would shed human blood.
That's fair.
The
light.
In order to
see that be made.
And it doesn't actually wouldn't have to be that, but just to see like something redone in that, like faithfully redone in that style.
Right.
Yeah. Like
I was realizing when I sent it to Izzy, I realized how well Zelda actually lends itself to what was that look for? No, we're here now.
I thought I sent it to you.
Did you send that to me?
Pretty sure.
I'm sorry. I lied. When Izzy sent that to me, it was 2 weeks ago. It may as well have been a fucking lifetime ago. When Izzy sent it to me, when we were talking about it, is what I'm getting at. It made me realize how much Zelda like lends itself really well to that 1950s like film aesthetic.
Yeah.
Because it's high fantasy and because it has like such like, and we were talking about this when we brought up the movie, which we haven't had news about that in a while.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen anything.
But because of the fantasy space that Zelda inhabits, it lends itself really, really well to that styling of puppetry, animatronics, whatever the fuck, that scenery. I feel like it would be kind of sick, even if we got just a short, like 30-minute film in that style with like costumes and more practical effects. I feel like that would be sick.
It'd be so cool.
That would be really cool. But yeah, that was AI is getting kind of crazy. Like it's crazy that all of that was AI generated. Now, whether it was literally just a prompt that spit out that minute and a half, or if, like he said, they had to spit out parts and then composite it together.
It was scene by scene, most likely.
Like, well, I mean, scene by scene, but even within each scene. So, like the Great Fairy scene he was talking about, whereas like, did they had to generate the fairy and then composite her into another AI generated scene, or was it able to generate the whole thing in just the whole clip?
I feel like they may have done like some cleanup or something, because like some minor editing, but yeah, I feel like
I'll be curious. I'll be curious to know.
Same. Yeah, might look into them later.
You know what else I think would actually lend itself really well to that film style is like cultivation.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Because I'll say this. When I hear cultivation, I always immediately think farming. But I then realized, like, yeah, I think if you get like a Kurosawa style, like 1950s, 1960s, like Japanese fighting.
Yep. And then you add like the like those like environments and those like the deep fantasy weirdness and strangeness that exists within that space. I think would especially the dreamlike quality that was able to capture, I think would lend itself really well to.
Yeah. Actually, you know who else would lend itself really well to? Studio Ghibli style.
Yeah.
I think Studio Ghibli doing like cultivation manhwa would look kind of cool.
It would look so fucking cool.
It would look really good. But yeah, you had something.
Yeah.
I believe it was a little, don't know what to call this, a segment, if you will.
Yeah. So I was searching for, some presents and gifts since we got the holidays coming up, birthdays coming up, and I came across something that I thought was, I don't know. I want to get your guys' thoughts on it. And I know I sent it to Rueben, and he says he doesn't remember exactly what it is.
You have to jog my mind. Yeah, I'm getting old.
Yeah, because it's not in that thread. It's in our own personal one.
Oh, was it in our actual message?
Yes.
Are you certain?
Yes.
I have it on Discord?
No, text.
Oh.
Yeah. So the segment is stupid or genius, I'll take it. Now, what this is a link to a Amazon product called Snow Plow for Crocs. And I was looking up those little like charm things you could put on Crocs, right?
Yeah.
And
I didn't know those were a thing.
Yeah, I forget what they're called. They're called different things. But like I saw this and I laughed initially because I was like, no way. But then I was like, well, wait a minute.
No.
That's not how that works.
That's obviously a very edited image.
Incredibly.
No, but wait.
Wait for what, Kenton? Your medulla oblongata to kick in. What's going on?
Listen, I know we live in a very snowy location. So the snowfall we get probably will totally buckle whatever this thing is, right? I don't even know if this is actual plastic or if it's rubber, right? I feel like this is probably rubber and just like a gag. But like, if it was real, think about it. In places that aren't too dense with snow,
that would still be wildly unwieldy.
No.
Sure, your feet are going to get wet and entirely covered in snow as you're shoveling.
Yeah.
You're going to get frostbitten before you even get the other. First, okay. All right.
You won't have to use your upper body strength.
Before this argument commences, because I know it's going to, I just want to point out that it's durable and high quality material. These croc attachments are for men, women, are made from high quality materials for durability and longevity. Thanks for telling me what they're made out of, because that would have been very useful.
They're not going to tell you.
What did the reviews say?
I'm actually very curious.
If it even has any.
This thing has
good
a fucking
product.
4.5.
High quality.
Oh, no, those are the actual charms.
Sucks my dick and fucks my wife, too.
Oh, well, damn.
Yeah, I don't think it has any reviews.
Yeah, there's no reviews.
0%, 0%.
Well, you got to be the first one now, buddy.
See,
Plowed my whole driveway with this. Works great.
See, part of me also thinks that these are probably just photoshopped images.
Yeah, no.
Very likely.
The snow plowing one for sure.
That one could also be fake. Like, you can't even really see it attaching to the other croc over there.
You really can't.
That grass detail is very meticulous. The way it overhangs those two strands.
Yeah.
It's probably because it's a real fucking photo.
Nah.
Like, I feel like it would be easier to just make some bullshit
3D print something.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Like,
Just
they're probably
use
real.
a fucking shovel. What are we talking about? I'm confused and sad.
Yeah, just put your arms behind your back. Go out with your Croc shovel shoes, and then just
Maybe
shuffle your way down.
If you have no arms,
And you hate the idea of being a human. Yeah,
if you
sure.
have no arms and no legs and no brain, then maybe this is for you.
You
I
kind of need
definitely
legs.
I think you do need legs.
No, because if you have legs, then you would be better off just strapping a shovel to your fucking chest. Okay.
What if I have a chest condition?
Yeah.
Yeah, what then? Got it.
Oh man,
I'm going to sleep.
that's fair.
If
So-
you have a chest condition, you get a strap on.
You'll get a strap on,
So I definitely think it's more stupid than genius,
but he still bought one.
but I'll take. I didn't buy it,
But I'll take it.
but I probably might, depending on whether or not.
I'm so
wallet.
mad that you ever attached genius to anything everywhere near this. All right. It pisses me off so deeply and profoundly.
And
Just
this is why this is a new segment meant to piss off
I
Fluff.
can't wait for more. Honestly,
Oh, God. Stupid or stupid.
holy shit, we have so much to get through that we're not gonna be able to do this in a single episode. Yeah, even though we've been on essentially hiatus for the last 2 months, we have still been gathering stuff to talk about. And we got a lot to talk about. We haven't even got to everything we wanted to talk about in this episode.
The one thread that we were building since our last episode was about 2 full months.
Literally.
Full months of just stuff. And every week, I think, one of us
Was
posts
posting at least something
in there. And yeah, it's basically we could split up everything we want to talk about between 3 entire episodes. Maybe 4.
I was going to say, be particularly honest with you, I think we could have filled up just as many weeks we've been gone with the shit we've posted in here so far. So there's going to be a lot to talk about. I guess it's like kind of a bit of a preview. We're going to revive the Kendrick versus Drake beef a little bit. Because J. Cole had decided to insert himself one last time into it, and that didn't work out super well for him.
What?
And in a way that y'all might find a little shocking, but we have a lot to talk about because even after I shared this to y'all, there was still more that came up after it that's going to be worth talking about. The only thing I will say is J. Cole might have also lost his spot in the big 3 now. And people have some real strong opinions about J. Cole.
Damn. Before we break, I have to talk real quick about something.
Then I'll hold this off for next week and we'll let you talk about your something.
For the last month and a half,
You've been committing tax
2
fraud?
months, I've been committing rampant tax fraud. I got a craving for a record of
Record for Immortals
a record
Journey to
yeah,
Immortality.
record of Immortals Journey to Immortality. I wish I could remember what the abbreviation is because the title is unwieldy. But it's really hard to read the even though it's still updated weekly, it's updated not in English, it's updated in Chinese, and the Bilibili, the company that makes it, has an exclusive deal with it. No longer shut down their American or English branch because they hate money. And so no shot. Okay. And so I started listening to the novel. But I was listening to the novel. Well, I would not describe this as an audiobook. Really? Audiobook is a generous term for some guy who decided to grab the translations off the internet, plug it into AI, and upload it into 6-hour episodes on YouTube. You could call it an audiobook.
I was going to say, while you say that,
what else do you call it?
What else do you call it? Because the only difference between that and a regular audiobook is that audiobooks just pay someone to do the voice acting for it. Or not even the voice acting, they just pay someone to read it. It's literally the TikTok like AI, the AI reading Reddit stories of Boyce. I have heard him I have listened to him listening to it.
Yeah.
And it is the quintessential, like, yeah, it's fine.
It's absolutely listenable. Okay. And so I am about 80%. I got through the entire first part of the story, and I got through the entire second part of the story. And I mostly am here right now to complain. Because
okay, but what about the story?
The story is wonderful. Well, the first part, a lot of people have issues with the part 2, and I can see where they're coming from because I think it gets a little bit formulaic. I think he starts to create his own tropes almost. Because a lot of times in periods of transition, what he will do is he will sort of like, in order to give a new sense of our MC Hanley will achieve this like new echelon of power, and then he will sort of like take some new step, right? And when he takes some new step, he will often face some sort of a difficulty, and then that will cut out the legs from underneath him, right? And he has a drop in power, but these drops in power are always opportunities where he takes advantage of something else that then takes him back up to his level of the power he was before, but then further a little bit as well. For instance, after he hits, I think it's late stage golden core cultivation, he has to head to the state of G, and he's killed so many creatures that he starts to face this backlash from all of this like baleful chi, all this like negative energy that he's accumulated from killing all these creatures, and so his cultivation drops.
That is guilt, but okay.
Well, no, like
I know it's not.
There's literally like an energy that you give. Anyways, it's really fucking cool, guys. It's really fucking cool because like when you kill things, especially powerful things, this like negative energy attaches itself to your body, and some people will use this energy actually as a method of cultivation, in and of itself. But you end up accumulating this energy whether or not you want to, and then this has implications like way down the line of things. But at this level of cultivation, he's done way more murder than most people would have, because he figures out a way to like lure creatures in the southeast. Anyways, and so his cultivation drops down, and he has to start doing a body cultivation art in order to clear this baleful chi. And so when he reaches that back up to his normal level of power, not only does he have his normal level of power, but he also now has a significantly more powerful body because of this like cultivation art. And so like this is something that happens at least 2 times in the part 1. And people were really pissed when Hanley basically, he became the baddest motherfucker around. He did all the things, and then he goes to the immortal world, and you're like, I'm so excited to see him in the immortal world, see how like everything is going to stack up. What are these new challenges? What are these new things that are going to happen? And they go to read the first chapter, and he is lost his power again.
Oh no.
And he's not only has he lost his power again, but he's descended to another lower realm.
He's been Metroided.
And people are like, fuck. But again, even though I understand that it's frustrating, I actually think that it's a really good literary device because it
allows you to stop infinitely escalating.
It allows you to stop infinitely escalating. It introduces new trump cards that the character has to earn.
Yeah.
Right. So he's never handed anything. Right. It's very, very realistic part of these like kinds of stories, because characters in these kinds of stories all the time get fucking murked out of nowhere, because you're literally like talking about like ascending to like some form of godhood in these worlds, right? And so if you make a wrong move, or if you're like a lot of these characters have some sort of a cheat card up their sleeves, and if somebody who's way more powerful than you discovers this fucking cheat card and wants it for themselves, they'll just take you out, right? And so shit like this happens all the time, but most main characters are like just like immune to it because of like plot armor or something like that. And to see a main character that does get fucking the shit beaten out of him and barely fucking escapes and like loses his memory and then like has to work his way back up, I think actually makes a lot of sense. And you using it well, I think, is a great literary device. But then there's the pattern that, like, I think one of the best arcs in the arc that really like set shit up in the first book was when they went to the Immortal Mountain, right? Like out of nowhere, they end up getting sent to this Immortal Mountain, and all of these like plot threads and things that have been strung along and like suggested come together in this like really big like climactic battle that happens, and sort of like some of your favorite characters who have had a little bit of mystery about them, we find out like way more detail about them, and that the details and stuff that we find out about them and the stuff that happens to them not only leads to a satisfactory conclusion for this, but also sets up plot threads in the future. And it was incredibly like masterfully well done in terms of like storytelling. But this kind of a happenstance ends up becoming this pattern in this crutch, I think, in this part 2 of the story, where you keep seeing this sort of like repeated like patterns of like, okay, and then like you come to this area, and then all of a sudden everybody that's been chasing our baddie for the last blah 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 is in this, you know, secret realm all at the same time. Wow, that's crazy. And then shit happens, and then you cut away from that, and then it's on to like the next secret realm, and then the next secret realm. And so those kinds of like, I think that happened, I think we're on like the 5th time that this has happened.
Oh, Jesus.
Like that. So like, yeah. So formulaic. We're getting a little bit to be a bit of a crutch, but still, I think I've still really enjoyed the part 2 of the story, even if it's not as strong or started to show some of the authors starting to rely on his own like things that they've done well in the past.
Right.
So, but yeah, but I woke up today to continue playing the audiobook because I'm like 500 chapters away from the end. Now, granted, I've read, I think, 3,000 at this point. I've listened to through like 3,000 this one, so I'm like 500 chapters away from either being caught up or at the end. I'm not sure which it is for this part 2. And I went into my history to find the latest video so I could go to the next one. And guess what wasn't there anymore?
Did his channel get nuked?
His channel got fucking nuked.
Oh, shit.
His channel got nuked off the fucking planet. It's gone. It's all gone.
Oh, the Chinese said not anymore, motherfucker.
No more.
Well, how many views was it like getting? Like
500, dude.
Not enough.
Not enough to warrant.
I don't know. Fucking China can be kind of heavy-handed, especially when it comes to like online media.
I think that it's
necessarily China.
I think that it's probably because China has licensed a lot of these novels to translators in America, and I think if I were to put the blame on somebody, it's probably like Wuxia World or you know, any of the people that like translate this stuff professionally being like,
no,
because I think they're probably just having their translations straight up ripped off their web pages, AI voiced over, and then slapped up on YouTube. And like they're just like, how about no?
But also, once again, it's like, it's not like this dude's making millions off your shit.
No, well, some guy, I
also, fuck you, illiterate people. Fuck you, blind folk.
Well, that original channel may have been gone. Guess what? Immediately.
Yep, I'm looking
at it right now.
Well, how about that? Hey.
Now, none of the old content, from what I can tell, is up on there. Like, you know, like there are no playlists. There's 197 videos. For reference, I've watched probably at least 200 at this point, just in that one series. And so I don't know if the old other stuff like was the reason it got taken down, it'll pop back up again. But I was like, this has been my last 2 months. This has been my hyperfixation. So for the last
You turned the light off.
Oh, you fucker.
You held the part of the button.
Where is
It's above the volume button.
Okay. I just grabbing it. It's a perfect place to put your thumb on grabbing it.
It really is. It kind of. If I find move your shit, give us an update. Update your stuff. Just no. I don't want to send it back. Just update it.
Just update it. Give me a firmware update.
Give me a firmware update. Move the button.
Just move
Make it a mechanical button.
To be particularly honest with you, I really do wish they would just go back to fucking mechanical
I would
buttons.
prefer a mechanical button all day, every day. This is like real cool. Somebody in their engineering department would be like, it's just like a touch screen, and they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah. Like, I think one of the things I hate the most about my current pair of Raycons is that they're not tactile buttons. They are these little touchscreen things, and so it's usually not an issue in most scenarios. It only becomes an issue in the winter because however the capacitor on those things work, they are not looking for human touch. When I'm like out, or at least like last year when I was out shoveling snow and shit, and I would have my hat on, as soon as like the wool cap got just like is wet enough from like snow and shit, it would be able to activate the shit going on in my ears. And so I would there will be a point where I'm shoveling, and I think particularly the left one, that one always just switches whatever like audio mode, equalizer mode it is. And so like every 20 seconds, it'll just switch to a different one. And it announces it to me every time. And it takes like 3 to 5 seconds for it to make this announcement. It is the most annoying shit. And it made me realize how much I hated it.
It would piss me off.
Dialing last number.
Say it again?
Dialing last number.
Oh, I'm so glad it doesn't do that. I'm so very glad it doesn't do that. I much prefer like just a button. Just give me the fucking button. I don't need a
fucking clicker.
Scenario reminds me of those videos where it's like you have your phone in the shower and like it gets wet and it like goes through all of your messages.
Yeah.
And, like types your X's and every.
One of the worst innovations that has happened is applying those style of buttons to appliances.
We've had this whole conversation, but I'm down to have it again.
We did, but it's
we have had this
so relevant and
You're
still
absolutely right.
such a problem that it needs
such a
rehashing.
fucking problem. Like,
I don't need to say it all again because it fucking sucks.
Not everything needs to be futuristic.
It doesn't. If you're not going to give me a straight up touchscreen, like a tablet style touchscreen, if it's not going
to be like a tablet style touchscreen with
give me the damn button.
Feedback, just give me a fucking button. I don't need none of this like.
Right. And with the earbud thing, like the other big problem with that is because you only have the 2 earbuds, almost every one of your functions to do stuff. So like play, pause, volume up, volume down, skip forward, go back to the last one. All of those require you to do multiple like taps and shit, which worked fine when you were clicking and you had a feedback to know how many you had just did. With the tap style, not all of them register.
Because it's hard to know what was a valid type and what wasn't.
Yeah, and
Well, that's why the Apple ones went to a pinch and there's a click when the pinch is successful. But
that's nice.
I'm like, is that even like an actual button thing, or is that more just like a noise that it makes? When
it's
you
a noise,
it?
definitely a noise that it makes.
But at least the noise that it makes is giving you feedback.
Giving me the feedback.
So you're not getting anything.
I'm not getting any feedback when I do stuff like that until it registers in action. So the only time I get a feedback is when it decides what action you've done. So, for instance, with the particular Raycons I have, a double tap is play and pause, but a triple tap is volume up or volume down. And the amount of times, is it a single tap that's volume? A single tap is volume up and volume down. A double tap is play or pause. Triple tap is skip forward or skip back, depending on what ear you're tapping, right? And the amount of times I'll be like trying to pause my music because I don't want to do a triple tap because then it'll try to rewind. But not every tap registers with a double tap. So I'll try to double tap and my music just keeps getting fucking quieter. And then I have to go on this side and tap until like it's back up and then double tap and hope that it's figuring itself out. It is the most annoying shit. Yeah.
Volume down. volume up.
Yep.
And
it works.
That's a button, right?
Yeah. See, here's the crazy part, though. Like,
how does it feel to be so fucking fancy?
Like, that's the crazy part, is that some of the Raycons do have, and I would love a sponsored by Raycon. Don't take our word for like negativity. I do love my Raycons. Sponsored, you never know. Like, sponsor us, please, but please just give me the fucking button back. Like, this is just honest feedback. I just
sponsor us for the button model.
Yes.
We'll sell the button model for
I will sell the button model, or just put the button model on everything, because you don't need everything to be touch.
It's not going to happen.
I don't know if it's cheap. If it's cheaper.
It's cheap, and you don't have a mechanical surface that you have to waterproof.
True.
And
that is true.
It looks sleek.
Yeah.
To be extremely clear, you don't necessarily have to have a button, but the
give me
button
feedback.
Has is built-in feedback.
It's feedback.
The feedback is
that's what I care about more than the tactical feeling of pressing a button. I just need feedback to know what I'm doing at any time. Also, give me an app so that I can customize the fucking presses and what they do.
That would be nice.
That would, because the crazy part is that between the model I got now and the model I had like 2 pairs before this, what those buttons do are different between each.
Damn.
Like, and some of them you have to double press for the volume up and volume down. Some you single press. Some you triple press to play or pause. And then others you double press. And it's like, unify it, and B, just let me fucking customize it. Like, there's no way that I can't customize that.
That is the one complaint that I have about the iPod Pros. The regular ones you could customize. I had it so that one side double tap was skip, one side double thing, and there was a play pause. I had like different functionality, and I customized it on each of them.
Oh,
it was really nice. And then the Pros, they just have the pinch, and they have the built-in noise canceling, not noise canceling is hold, and then it's play and pause, and that's it. That's all they have.
That sucks.
Which sucks. The noise canceling on those is seamless and nice enough that I'm willing to stick with it, but that is a major feature that was like, fuck.
Yeah.
The canceling is nice on those, though?
It's very nice. Oh. That's the reason why I stuck with them. I tried... I can't remember what happened. I remember trying my dad's and then being like, oh, these are really nice. But then being like, I don't want to pay for them. And so I tried some like JBLs, and it was just such a rotten pain in the ass compared to just like even the regular iPod, whatchamacallit. I was like, I'm just not going to fuck with it anymore.
Imagine if like the AirPods had like the little bottom part was just a knob, and you could just adjust the volume.
Yeah, tighten your gauges.
I feel like that's a type of integrated old technology.
Like, it's like a watch crown.
Well, yeah,
okay.
I guess that's like the crown on the watches, right?
Yeah.
Just twist it into that
wouldn't be too
an interesting
bad.
idea.
Yeah.
So now I'm just trying to think of and remember like what the past one was when it had the wire or whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, it was just on the.
I was gonna say, I think it was just on the thing. You clicked it up and down.
Yeah.
And
it was a microphone.
Sometimes there would be like a microphone on it. Sometimes you could there would be a button that also. Yeah, technology is like the steps forward y'all are making. Some of those are lateral steps that just feel backwards that don't need to happen. But anyway, glad your channel's back. Your cultivation channel.
Yeah, well, but it doesn't have my videos.
This is true.
So I'm gonna have to go read it like I'm fucking plebeian.
Or reach out, make a request. Maybe he'll
put them back up again. You never know. Seems like an easy business model.
The old videos.
But yeah, that having that getting nuked right as you're I say almost caught up. I don't know how many minutes.
About 10 videos away. It was about 6 hours of video.
Oh, that's pretty fucking close. Like right as you're about to catch up and having it all fucking nuked sucks ass. Mm-hmm. I've had that happen a couple times where I'm like, I'm going through this series and that channel doesn't exist no more.
They hacked the Internet Archive.
Damn.
They really did.
Yeah. Oh, hack the internet. Oh, yeah.
Time machine it.
That is the Internet Archive.
Yeah, Internet Archive. But I don't think that can. Access databases if the videos are gone. They can only give you a snapshot of their pages and shit.
True.
But as long as people have torrented it, you can find it. But you never know. Well, I think we're going to call it there for the night. Unless anybody got one more thing they want to go.
You think the Obama lizard joke was too much?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to find ways to make fun of that. It is a little weird given we're recording this post-election.
Yeah, post-election
2016 part 2, baby.
Yep.
Not going to get into it right now.
Yeah, we can talk about that later. I'm also going to talk about Hanli again next week. You're not going to be able to fucking escape it. Well, these guys have been suggesting other content. I've been listening to Hanli, so you're not going to get away from it for a little bit.
Yeah, he never let... Fluffy brings one thing to this party, and he's going to bring that fucking thing.
Fucking bring it.
But yeah, we'll get into that next week. We have a lot more to talk about, a lot of things to bring up. Some fun stuff, some funny... funny... I think that's pretty much our whole vibe. I don't think we really do anything...
Phallic.
Yep. The
some interesting shit, some fun rap stuff to talk about. And so it's we're getting back into this. I am working on getting all the episodes caught up still. It's real fun because I'm putting up episodes in which I'm like, I put up episode 22, in which it was like, yeah, I'm only like 6 episodes behind. I can have that caught up pretty quick. Here I am, like 15 episodes later. And it's like, ooh, that procrastination sucks. But we're getting there. 23 just went out. 24 is going up soon. At this point, I'm just going to pull the veil off this bitch. 24 is literally ready to go. So I'm uploading that tonight to go out tomorrow. And then basically daily editing at this point. I'm trying to anyway. To get myself caught up quickly so that it's done out the way. Because another thing I really want to do now that disc golf season is over, I want to get back to streaming. It has been a solid year or two since the last time I streamed. I streamed once not long after we moved into the last place. And that was like the last time I streamed, and I've really been wanting to get back to it again. So I'm going to get myself caught up with these podcast episodes, so that's less responsibilities to deal with. My work is in a pretty good place right now. Disc golf is no longer taking up like my weekdays and evenings and shit. So I'm probably going to try to pick like 2 nights to just stream, and mostly video games. Probably another thing I do want to do is get model kits. Like there's been these like really cool like mechanical steampunk kind of esque like light bulb model kits. I'll send a pic to y'all later that I've been wanting to like get, and just something to craft and put together that I think would be really fun for streams, to just like sit and just talk to myself for a bit, or talk to whatever chat pops in alongside of it, then video game and shiny hunt streams. 'Cause I haven't shiny hunted in a long time either. And I really want to get back to that. So yeah, we're getting back in the swing of things. Like I said earlier, I don't know if I said it to y'all. I said it's definitely the Patreon, but y'all might not really see a difference in like between episode 37 and 38, even though it will have been 2 months for us in between that time. For y'all, it should really be kind of just no real blip anyway. Y'all just see us talking about leaving the location and then see us in the new location, and that's pretty much about it. So yeah, look forward to that. I'm going to start making a lot more pushes. I have a lot of shorts that I need to upload that are more or less ready to upload. There's a few things I want to do, but I think that's just me being a perfectionist. So I just need to start uploading those to places. TikTok and YouTube mostly, but probably also Instagram and Facebook. And at some point, I'm going to have to go on and do it, but I'm probably going to announce that we're doing this podcast on Facebook.
Oh,
like to like my friend group and shit.
I thought you were about to say OnlyFans. I was like,
no, don't worry.
Yeah, I was waiting for that announcement. I was like, wait, we're doing that.
No, we're not starting the OnlyFans yet. That's, you have to earn that, motherfuckers. But yeah, if y'all get us to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube.
You can start to
like, comment, subscribe, 5 stars. What do you say? What outrageous wild thing did he say?
Something to do with foot fungus. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, Feet Finder. Find us on this. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah.
Fuck. But yeah, so that's the plan going forward right now. Start making a lot more social media pushes and trying to advertise more, because we are coming up on about a year since we started doing this. I have to figure out what the exact date is. Obviously, we're not going to hit it on the exact date, but we're pretty damn close. I want to say, did we do the Thanksgiving dinner before or after we started recording? I want to say we might be a year right now, actually.
I feel like this is season 2.
I think we're starting season 2.
Oh, yeah, definitely season 2.
Yeah.
But is it like exact year from?
I think we might be an exact year. I have to go look at the.
Very close.
Yeah, I have to go to my computer and look at the created date on the videos we recorded for that. Because I think this might be, if it's not exactly a year, we have no more than 2 weeks before it is a year. So
it's awesome.
Alrighty. Well, y'all have a good night. We love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, do the whole shebang bang. 5 stars on Spotify. Follow us on our different socials. That should be up around here somewhere. And we'll catch y'all next week.
Yeah, season 2.
Season 2 starts now.
Peace.
Bye. Stay good.
Not what I expected, but all right.